Good morning. I hope you've had a great start so far to the conference. We are running like crazy, getting into this virtual environment, trying to figure out all the shenanigans that are involved with that. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for our international visitors. I see some of my friends from Asia that are here. Super glad to see you guys. Glad you're here and glad you're a part of this. We've got a really short session. We're going to cruise through just a basic overview of what the WA is and who we are as an organization. Real simply, right out of the bat, I want to just make sure that everybody understands who we are. We are a community, first and foremost. The WA, when it was formed in 1977, was formed as a community of people who are passionate about outdoor leadership, training, and development. It came out of a need for qualified, effective leaders and instructors who could provide a safe and enjoyable outdoor experience while also protecting the environment. So the Wilderness Education was born out of that passion for seeing people grow and be better in utilizing the outdoors to create opportunities for powerful change in individual lives. We have since grown in that passion to also include moving our profession forward. The way we do that, real simply, is that since the beginning of time, the beginning of WEA time, we have identified and set standards for outdoor leadership education and accreditation. We've added to that mission a robust training and credentialing program for individual leaders and educators. So we're unapologetic about this. This is who we are, and this is what we do. We're super excited about it. And we are adamant that this is something that will help our industry as a whole move forward. So here's what we're planning to do in the next 12 minutes. It's going to happen super fast. It's going to be great. Brief history, like 3 points, super brief. Some snapshots of the WA community, the people and organizations that are involved with the WA and have been over time. I want to do a really, really quick rundown of the WA credentials. We've got another session happening at 3, a little after 3 this afternoon. Like a 3-point slide on WA membership, how you can be involved and what that means, and then wrap it up and move on to the keynote with Dr. Norton. So super brief history, like I said, 1977 Wilderness Use Education Association. And from the very beginning, the intent and purpose of the WA has been to certify outdoor leaders in colleges and universities. That's the goal. We still do that. We do it in other places as well, but that has always been the primary goal. The process of certifying an outdoor leader simply means that a leader has demonstrated and assessed competencies according to some standard, according to some curriculum. From the early 1980s for the WA, that curriculum has been the 18-point curriculum. Paul Petzold and Frank Lupton and others joined together to build this core content. And that has really formed the foundation for hundreds, if not thousands, of organizations across the country and the world that develop and train outdoor leaders. The WA has influenced scores of programs, even though they may not recognize it, may not know it, but that base bottom line core curriculum came from this 18-point curriculum. In the early 90s or mid 90s, the first edition of the Backcountry Classroom put that content into book form. The original Backcountry Classroom you can't really see on the screen there because it looks like it's the same size, but it was about a quarter of the size of the current monster Backcountry Classroom, which is not really field useful. So yeah, I see Dan Miller's got a copy down there. Bonus points for you. We'll talk later about that. But the Backcountry Classroom has been the source. It's been the outdoor Bible for how to develop outdoor leaders and specifically what to teach in those moments. And my math is probably off. This might be 34 years of conferences and gatherings. But that has this aspect of being together, of getting together, of sharing knowledge and having fun has been always part of the culture and community of the WA. So that was the brief history. I promised you it would be brief, and thus it was. So I'm going to speak a little bit from my own background with the Willie program at Brevard College, which is where I currently teach. And a shout out to the students who are in the session. I told you not to go and listen to my sessions because you already get that. So you should probably drop out and go somewhere else right now. No, I teach at the Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program at Brevard College, a small private liberal arts school. But the Willie program was begun in the mid 1990s with Clyde Carter and Mark Wagstaff, who had just finished up a stint as the executive director of the WA. And since the mid 90s, the Willie program and curriculum was built on the WEA model. It has been WEA from the beginning of this program for 20 plus years. And that is not an uncommon story among a lot of outdoor programs in the United States. Another example from one of our non-academic partners is the Coalition for Christian Outreach, started by Paul Harbison. The coalition wasn't started, but the WA influence in their outdoor leadership development and discipleship programs. And they have been a part of the WA for years and have integrated WA curriculum and WA training all the way up to certified outdoor educator. Because the Coalition for Christian Outreach is one of our accredited programs. And then Western Carolina University, I felt like I had to give a shout out to them because Andrew is here and Dr. Bobilia teaches at Western Carolina, but also even before Dr. Bobilia got here, Morris Phipps, who just finished up a session on the history of the WA, played a massive role, if not a major role, in the development of Western Carolina's outdoor program that was built from the WA model and direct experience with Paul Petzel in the field. Paul Stonehouse, Dr. Paul Stonehouse is also here. Glad that he's a part of it. He's also a faculty at Western Carolina, and a huge student contingent from Western is here. But I don't think it's quite as big as the student group from Brevard. So there's that. So the snapshot is designed to give you an idea that there are people from a wide range, and I could keep going and talk about all the different organizational partners that we have and groups that have been involved with the WA. But it's academics, it's colleges and universities, it's co-curricular programs like Venture Outdoor Leadership at UNC Charlotte, like the OSU Outdoor Leadership Program, Oklahoma State, not Ohio State. Anyway. There's a wide range of folks that are involved, and the WA has influenced a tremendous amount. So where are we today with the W? What is the WA doing? And one of our main foci is our credentialing program. The 18-point curriculum was merged together into 6 educational components in the early 2000s, just for simplicity. And also to make things a little simpler, and which is also simplicity, but to make it a more powerful approach to understanding what outdoor leadership is, grouping components together. And in 2018, 2017, we consolidated that into the WA 6+1. So that's the brand that you'll hear quite a bit over the course of our time today, is the WA 6+1. What we're referring to is that list of components you see there on the screen, and the +1 is judgment. We believe that judgment it's the one. It's Neo in the Matrix. Judgment is the thing that pulls all of the other components together. To be successful in outdoor living and leadership requires judgment. To be successful in education and leadership requires judgment. Judgment ties everything together. And that has been at the core of who the WA is and what we do and what we teach. If there's one pillar that the WA stands on, it's that judgment can be taught. It's that it can be measured and assessed. And that's what we do. And that's our pursuit, is refining that process of building judgment, of assessing judgment, and making sure that our graduates know what they know and know what they don't know. So our credentialing program currently has 4 levels. Individual, we have our exposure course, which is the outdoor leadership training course. We have our benchmarking course, which is an assessment, the COL assessment, certified outdoor leader. In order to teach the OLTC or oversee the OLTC course or the certified outdoor leader, the instructor trainer is the certified outdoor educator. And then programmatically, we have the WA accreditation, which is 8 years old. And we currently have a strong core of partner programs that are accredited by the WEA. So their curriculum has been externally reviewed and assessed according to the WEA standards and has been approved in that regard. Okay, so real quickly, membership. How do you get involved? Obviously, membership is one way, volunteering is another way. These are our membership levels. Individually, you can join as an associate, and this is so not a student membership, this is an associate. This is somebody who is interested in supporting the WEA at that level. The professional level of membership provides a little bit more benefit for the individual, but it is a deeper commitment and contribution and support of the association. We currently have, if my memory is correct, 8 lifetime members. And then the organizational membership is as you can see there. Proud to say that Brevard has become an organizational member. I'm gonna push that a lot. I apologize in advance for that, but my boss might be on here, so that's what I have to do. The vision for the WEA, where we're going, is that we are really, really excited to see an outdoor industry in the United States and parenthetically around the world that supports standards and credentials for outdoor leadership. Currently, we don't have that. Our society, our country, nationally, federally does not recognize a credential for outdoor leadership. And that's one of the things that we're passionate about and we're pushing, we want to push our industry towards. Let's recognize these standards and credentials. And then also, the U.S. Department of Labor does not recognize outdoor leadership or outdoor education as a legitimate profession. It's not listed as a profession like garbage collector or cosmetologist or greenskeeper. Any of those specific professions are listed in the Department of Labor, and many of those require a license, whereas putting someone in harm's way in the outdoors requires no license or credential. And we want to see that changed. We want to see that differently. So what does this vision look like practically? We'll talk a little bit more about our commitment to DEI. You'll see that as a theme throughout the conference, wilderness education in a changing world. But we're excited and proud to announce our partnership and joining of the movement with the Outdoor CEO Diversity Pledge and the formation of a DEI committee within the WEA. Our commitment as a nonprofit towards transparency in our accounting and in our board management with the GuideStar Gold Seal of Transparency, our WEA credentialing program, and then the culmination of our standards, outcomes, and achievement targets curriculum, which is not curriculum, but program, which is the curriculum that we're focusing on, that's measurable, accessible, and results in a demonstrated competency in outdoor leadership. So I hit my time. I feel pretty good about that. I hope if you have questions that you'll seek out me or one of the board members or Ryan, our executive director, or Kevin, our national office administrator. We'd love to chat with you more. I wish we had more time and could take some questions, but I have to depart. So with that, thanks for being here. Look forward to seeing you in other sessions. Take care. Have a great day.